Hi everyone, welcome to the fifth session of Confusion Matrix. In this session, we will learn about the precision, recall, and F1 score for a 3 by 3 matrix. Before starting, please note you can reach me at technologycult@gmail.com and the link for my GitHub account is mentioned below. Now, the topics that we will cover in details are precision, recall, micro average precision and recall, macro average precision and recall, weighted average precision and recall. The main idea is to show in this session, I'll show you in depth how we calculate mathematically, and in the next step, in the next series of session, I'll use Python, and then we will validate whatever the values that we have calculated in this session, we will validate through Python. Okay, so let's start. So what is precision? Precision is nothing. It is defined as the number of true positive divided by the number of true positive plus the false positive. And precision expresses the proportion of data points our models say was relevant and which were actually relevant. In other words, precision can be used to calculate the following, like our correctly predicted instances by total predicted instance, and in terms of true positive and false positive, we can say precision is equal to true positive divided by true positive plus false positive. So now let us say this is our confusion matrix. So if we want to calculate the precision, what we need to do is we need to this is our confusion matrix, right? So what we will do, you calculate, this is the actual, if you horizontally, this is the actual instance, and vertically this is the predicted instance. So for there are total of 150 instances, and for class A the actual instance is 32 and the predicted instance is 32. So this is my true positive. If you take a vertical line and horizontal line, right, in that way, if you recall that in video number 1. Now if you see this, the actual instance is class B and the predicted instance is class A. This is misclassification. If you see for class C, the actual value is of class C but predicted is of class A. There are number of instances is 12, so this is also false positive. Okay, so if you want to calculate the precision for class A, it will be nothing but 32 divided by 32 plus 9 plus 12, which is nothing but 53. Similarly, for class B, if you see the actual instance is class A, but the predicted instance is class B, so this is also misclassified. But if you see the class B, actual instance is class B, but the predicted instance is also class B. This is true positive, correctly classified. This is also misclassified. Now here also the actual class is A, the actual instance of class is A, but the predicted instance is class C. So this is also misclassified. But here the actual instance is class C and the predicted instance is also of class C. So this is also correctly classified. So if you want to calculate the precision for class A, is nothing but how much? 32 by 53. Similarly, the precision for class B, it will be 38 by 57. And for class C, it will be 28 by 40. Okay, so this is how we will calculate. So this is how I have already calculated here, 32 by 53. For class B, the precision will be 38 by 57, and for class C it will be 28 by 40. Now moving ahead, if you want to use the typical formula, then it will be true positive plus false positive, because when you draw a horizontal and the approach that I have been following, so you draw a horizontal line, okay, and then you draw a vertical line. So the intersection will be my true positive, this will be my true positive, okay, this and the remaining two, this two will be my false positive. Okay, so the formula for precision is true positive divided by true positive plus false positive. So for the class A, if you see, true positive divided by true positive plus false positive, this is the value, 32 by 53. Similarly for class B, it will be 38 by 50, and this is the value. Okay, so this is how we calculate the precision per class. Now what is recall? See, in machine learning, the true positive rate also refers to the sensitivity, hit rate, or the recall, and is used to measure the percentage of actual positive which are correctly identified. Recall is intuitively the best, or it's intuitively the ability of the classifier to find all the positive samples. The model is more accurate if the true positive rate or recall is close to 1. Again, recall can be either ways. You can say that recall is can be calculated as a following, like correctly classified by the total actuals divided by, or total actual, or you can say recall is equal to true positive divided by true positive plus false negative. For precision, we have used the vertical wise 32 by 32 plus 9 plus 12. For recall, we'll use the horizontal wise, like we'll get a total actual. Sum of the total actual for class A will be how much? 50. Sum of the total actual for class B will be how much? 9 plus 38 plus 4, which will be 51. Sum of the total actual for class C will be 12 plus 9 plus 28 is 15. Similarly, we have calculated the sum of the total actual for, like, no, sum of the total predicted value for class A is 53. Sum of the total predicted value of class B is 57, and the sum of the total predicted value for class C is 40. So if you want to calculate the recall, it will be nothing but the actual value. It will be like actual value for class A divided by total option for class A, which will be 32 by 50. Similarly, for class B, it will be 38 by 51, and for class C it will be 28 by 40. So this is how, using mathematically, if you don't want to remember the formulas, you can use your intuition. This is how you can calculate the recall and precision. And using the formula, if you are more like comfortable with the formulas, you can use it. True positive divided by true positive plus false negative, and you can similarly for class B, for class A it will be 32 by 50, which will be nothing but 0.64. For class recall for class B is 38 by 51, which is 0.75 after rounding it, and for class C it will be 28 by 49, which is 0.57. This is the simple way to calculate a precision and recall. Okay, now what is F1 score? F1 score is also called the F score or the F measure, and it's the measure of the test accuracy. The F1 score is defined as the weighted harmonic mean of the test precision and recall. Please note, F1 score is also called as the F measures, and F1 score projects the balance between the precision and recall. See, there has to be some balance. If my precision is higher and if my recall is lower, so I will find a metrics which will be somehow, it will balance both of them, and F1 score is one of the metrics to do that. And the formula for F1 score is nothing but 2 into precision into recall by precision and recall, which is the harmonic mean between the precision and recall. This is the table. Like for class A, B and C, we have already found the precision and recall, which is 0.6, 0.67, 0.7, 0.64, 0.75 and 0.57. Now we'll apply this in the formulas. Okay, for the F1 score between the precision and recall of class A will be nothing but 2 into precision of class 1 into recall of class 1 divided by precision of class 1 plus recall of class 1. So you put the values here in this formula and you will get the F1 score easily. So 2 into 0.6 into 0.64 divided by 0.6 plus 0.64. Similarly, I have applied for class B and C. So the final value will stay like this. We have the precision, we have the recall, and the F1 score. And please note, we will use the same table. We will validate once we will use Python classification report. That is like how to verify the value which I am calculating manually and how to verify that. Okay. So now moving ahead, what we'll do now, we will calculate the average precision, recall, and the F1 score. Okay. So what is average precision? Average precision is the average of the precision of the different classes. In our case, all the 3 classes. So we'll sum up all the values and divide by 3. Similarly, for recall, we'll sum up the recall of all the different classes and divide by 3. Similarly, average F1 score is the average of the F1 score of the different classes. So see, we have our precision, recall, and F1 score we have. So if you want to get the average precision, not for any class but for the entire table, for the entire confusion matrix, so it will be nothing but precision, average precision will be 0.6 plus 0.67 plus 0.7 divided by 3. Similarly, average recall will be 0.64 plus 0.75 plus 0.57 divided by 3, which is 0.65, and average F1 score will be 0.62 plus 0.71 plus 0.60 divided by 3, which will come around 0.65. Now what is this is one of the important metrics for precision, micro average precision. See, in micro average precision, we simply sum up the individual true positive, false positive of the system for different set and then apply them to get it. I'll show the formula. See, for a 3 by 3 matrix, we will have, for if you take each class A, class B and class C, so micro average precision will be the true positive of class A with TP1 plus TP2 plus TP3 for class B and C, and then divide by the true positive and the false positive of each class. So you can see the TP1, TP2, TP3 are the true positive of the respective classes, and the false FP1, FP2, FP3 are the false positive of respective class. How to apply this, right? Yeah. Now see, we have our confusion matrix. Now from this confusion matrix, you draw this horizontal and vertical line, and then you will end up getting the true positive and false positive. So true positive for class A is 32, and the false positive of class A will be 9 plus 12, which is 21. Similarly, for class B, the true positive will be 38, and the false positive will be 10 plus 9, which is 19. And for class C, the true positive is 28, whereas the false positive will be 8 plus 4, which is 12. Just you draw a vertical and the horizontal line, the place where the point where it intersects is your true positive, and then in the vertical line, the line where it is not intersecting. If you take this and this 28, at 28 it will draw a vertical line here and the horizontal line. This 28 will be your true positive, and 8 plus 4 will be your false positive. Now, process to calculate the micro average precision is nothing but true positive for the class A plus true positive for the class B plus true positive for the class C, divide by true positive for class A plus true positive for class B plus true positive for class C, plus false positive for class A plus false positive for class B, and the false positive for class C. You put in the values here, and then we end up getting the micro average precision, and the value for micro average precision will be 0.65. Macro average precision. Macro average precision is nothing but simply the average, whatever we have calculated, the average of the precision, it will be simply like that. If we have the 3 precision, if we have the 3 by 3 matrix, then we will have 3 precision, PC1, PC2 and PC3. Then the macro average precision will be PC1 plus PC2 plus PC3, like the sum of all the precision divided by 3. So we have our formula here. For precision for class A is 0.6, and for class B it's 0.67, for class C it's 0.7. You sum it up and then divide by 3, and then we get a macro average precision as 0.66. Okay, now what is weighted average precision? Weighted average precision is like, we will not simply use the average, we will give the weightage to each and every instances of that particular class. So this is the formula, this is how we calculate. So this is our confusion matrix, and this is the final table which we have derived, the precision for all the classes, the recall for all the classes, and the fun score for all the classes. Now the weighted average precision will be nothing but actual class A instance into precision of class A plus average actual class B instance into precision of class B plus actual class C instance into precision of class C. So if you see in this case, the actual class A instance is how much? Actual class A instance is, draw this horizontal line. Actual class A instance is 50, divided by total instance is how much? 150 into the precision of class A. Precision of class A is how much? 0.6. You put in the value here. Actual instance of class B is how much? 51, divided by total instance 150 into the precision of class B, which is 0.67. Similarly, the actual instance of class A is how much? 49, divided by total instance is 150 into the precision of class C, which is 0.7, and then we evaluate this value, which will come around 0.66. I am rounding the values to the 2 places of decimal. So this is how we calculate a weighted average precision. Now what is micro average recall? I have shown you the recall, then average recall. Now we'll see what is micro average recall. Okay. In micro average method, we sum up the individual true positive, false negative of the system for different set and then apply them to get it. And for 3 by 3 confusion matrix, micro average of precision, I have given the formula, is TP1 plus TP2 plus TP3, means the true positive for class A plus true positive for class B plus true positive for class C, divided by true positive of class A, the sum of the true positive of class A and B, class A, B and C, plus the false sum of the false negative for class A, B and C, which is Fn1 plus Fn2 plus Fn3. And I have given the description of TP1, TP2, TP3 and Fn1, Fn2, Fn3. Please go through it. Please pause the video and go through each and every slide. Now to calculate the micro average of recall, simply again what I have done is, there are two, this is my confusion matrix and this is the value how to get the true positive and false negative for each and every individual classes. Then what we'll do, we'll put in the value here to calculate the micro average recall, which will be the true positive for class A, which is 32, plus true positive of class B, which is 38, and true positive of class C, which is 28, divided by true positive of class A plus true positive of class B plus true positive of class C, which will be this 32 plus 38 plus 28, 32 plus 38 plus 28, plus false negative of class A is how much? 18, false negative of class B is 13, and false negative of class C is 21. you will add this up, and then the final value we end up getting is 0.65. So this is the micro average recall, how we calculate manually and mathematically. Now what is the macro average recall? This is nothing but a simply average of the recalls of the three classes. The same way it will recall the way we have calculated the precision. Just in case of precision, we have added precision 1 plus precision 2 plus precision 3 divided by 3. Here in case of recall, it will be recall for the class A plus recall for the class B plus recall for the class C and divide by 3. So this is the way. We will add the recall of the class A and B and C, which will 0.64 plus 0.75 plus 0.57 divided by 3, and we'll get 0.65. Now micro average precision for plus versus the macro average precision. See, this is very important. Like, we will ask you where do we use this. The macro average will compute the metric independently for each class and then take the average, hence treating all the classes equally. Whereas micro average will aggregate the contribution of classes to compute the average matrix. In a multi-classification step, macro average is preferable if you suspect there are class imbalance. And this will be the case. In a real world scenario, we will never have the perfectly balanced class. In 99% of the cases, we will have the imbalanced class. So we have more example of one class than of the other. Okay. Now weighted average recall will be the same way how we calculate a weighted average precision. This is the formula, and how we calculate it. It's nothing but this is my confusion matrix and the final value table of my precision recall and the F1 score. So if you see, weighted average precision is equal to sum of the actual class A instance into recall of class A plus actual class B instance into recall of class B plus actual class C instance into recall of class C. Now actual class A instance is how many? How much? 50 into recall of class A is how much? 0.64. Similarly, actual class B instance is how much? 50 divided by 150. Similarly, actual class C instance is how much? 49 divided by recall of class C is how much? 0.57, and when we do the calculation, it will come up to 0.65. So that's how we will use mathematics and our intuition to extract the details from a confusion matrix, like F1 score, like precision recall, micro average precision, micro average recall, macro average precision, macro average recall. Then we'll get similarly a simple average recall and precision, and we will also get the weighted average precision and recall. This is the video like where I have simply shown you the value how to calculate mathematically. My next video, which will come in a couple of days, where I'll show using sklearn matrix and sklearn, like different functions. We'll use the same confusion matrix table and we'll input into the classification report, and then we'll show the values will exactly match and how to achieve that. So thanks a lot for watching the session. If you feel this video is helpful, please press the like button and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.